Welcome to the Town Board meeting, September 17th. Please rise and salute the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Emergency exits are behind the town attorney and also the door you came in. Roll, please.
Supervisor Perotti?
Here.
Council members Doyle?
Yes.
Smoji? Here. Gutierrez?
Here.
Morris?
Here.
Okay, I think we'll maybe go out a little out of order here and do the town highway bids. So the highway superintendent doesn't have to wait through part of the meeting.
Basically, we've been doing a little blacktop running, last minute, fixer-uppers. We've cleaned everything up from the second windstorm, and next week I plan on starting touching up the dirt roads. So everyone has the packet in front of them for the bids?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So we did our yearly bid for the highway equipment and material on September 9th that we used throughout the year, and we had 17 bids. Go through and start where you see wash gravel highlighted up on the left. Everything's by the ton. The red circles is what I've picked. So the first one's 1.25 inch stone. Domain, $17 picked up. Red Wing, $19 delivered. I went with Domains a little bit more, but it's closer. 3/4 stone, Harlem Valley, $15 picked up, $17.50 delivered. Same thing, again, distance, a little bit more. 2.5 inch. Domains, $15.25 picked up, $22.50 delivered.
Do you need a motion, or we do that?
Wait till we finish.
Okay.
Next is Talons, Harlem Valley, $12.50 picked up, $15 delivered. Wash Sand, Harlem Valley, $11.45 picked up, $13.95 delivered. Item 4, Harlem Valley, $13.50 picked up, $16 delivered. 1 inch minus screen fill, Calaruso, $9 picked up, $18.50 delivered. New York State DOT number 2, Calaruso, picked up $9.75 and $19.50 delivered. Dry screen sand, Domains, $12.25 picked up, $17.75 delivered. Crushed quarry stone, this is what we use to oil and stone roads. Chose Peckham's at $14.75 picked up, and Peckham's $21.25 delivered. This stone's usually all hauled in. If we run short, which we usually don't, but it's going to be a lot closer to run to Peckham's than up to Hudson to grab a load. And 3/8 Peckham's, $14.50 picked up and $21 delivered. Bank Run, Harlem Valley, $10 picked up, $12.50 delivered. Light stone fill, Calaruso, $12 picked up, $21.50 delivered. medium stone fill, Calaruso, $14.50 picked up, $28.80 delivered. And the heavy stone, Calaruso, $14.50 picked up, $28.80 delivered. Calcium. The first one's Peckham's for liquid calcium, $1.20 per gallon delivered. And then we have calcium flakes, ESP and Chemung. Chemung at $4.95 per ton delivered. And blacktop. The first one is Coal Patch by the ton. Peckham's, $39 a ton. And then blacktop by the bag. Package pavement, 60-pound bags for $6.30 each. And then all blacktop goes to Calaruso out of the Amenia plant. We've got a lot better prices this year than last year on the blacktop. Okay. And then road oils. We had two bids, Gorman Brothers and Peckham's. I've highlighted mostly what we're going to use. CRS 2P's the oil. Gorman was $2.16 a gallon. Peckham's was $2.47 a gallon. And if you scroll down, the chipper that spreads the stone, Gorman was $18.50 a day, and Peckham's is also $18.50 a day. And go down to the roller, rubber-tired roller. Gorman was $1,500 a day and $1,400 a day for Peckham's. And transportation are both $4.50 each move per machine. So if you flip the page, the next page shows if they were to come in and do a job, an 8-hour day. Say we need 14,000 gallons of oil, then you have their bid price per oil, and then their machinery, the spreader, and then the roller price, transport price, and then the total. So on a 8-hour day, Gorman Brothers would be the cheapest. Concrete, we got a concrete bid this year. R&R Ready Mix from Dover. Concrete, 115 cubic yard, 5-yard minimum, or $150 extra charge for smaller loads. Winter Mix, add $10 a yard for hot water. Fiber reinforcement, concrete fiber, $10 a yard.
Were they the only bid?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
There was no bids last year, and we sent them a bid in Bulldog. Didn't get anything back. Catch basins. We had ESP and Chemung. Everything went to ESP. The first section is the catch basin. The bottom half is the risers for the catch basins. The 24 by 24 for $195. The 30 by 30 for $255. The 30 by 48 for $295. And the 42 by 42 for $255. And then the grate and frame, 2-inch riser is $200. 2-inch riser, $294. 6-inch curb back, $441. And another 6-inch curb back for $380. And then equipment rentals. Dump truck, triaxle, 20-yard, Cat Construction, $120 an hour with operator. Bulldozer, Stan Whitehead Excavating, $160 an hour with operator. Excavator, Cat 312B with a thumb, Stan Whitehead, $160 an hour with operator. Komatsu 138 excavator, Cat Construction, $190 an hour with operator. And a Kubota KX40 with thumb, Stan Whitehead, $130 an hour. And then excavator with hammer, PC 138 with a hammer, Cat Construction, $260 an hour with operator. Planer, Cat Construction, $200 an hour with operator. Roller, ham roller, 10-ton, Stan Whitehead, $160 an hour with operator. The other rollers, double jump roller, we have our shared roller. Paver, again, all paving will be done off the OGS quick quote or with our shared service paper. Transportation charge, Cat Construction, $150 an hour. If you need a laborer, $125 an hour. Stan Whitehead for transportation, $150 per move. He's got a 4-hour minimum, no laborers, and after 4 hours, he has at least a 4-hour minimum. After that, it's 8 hours. Reclaimer, Peckham's. $5,520 a day with operator. I don't really use that. And tree work, we had 2 bids, Integral and Lee's Trees. Integral only bid 2 bucket trucks, and Lee's Trees it was $1,800 a day. That's for, again, for everything. Don't matter if he always comes with a bucket truck, he always comes with a chipper. He comes with a truck if we need to blow the chips into something. And he comes with at least 4 guys. These guys only bid a bucket truck, so I suggest we go with Lee's Trees for $1,800. And the last one is sweeping. Easy Street, $150 an hour. Any questions?
I make a motion to accept the highway bids as read.
I second it.
Thank you.
Supervisor Perotti?
Yes.
Councilmembers Doyle?
Yes.
Smoji?
Yes.
Gutierrez?
Yes.
Morris?
Yes.
Okay, supervisors report. Wassaic Trail to the Train update. The Trail to the Train is open. The supervisor is going through steps to close out the project with WSP, including working on final change order for contractor field office and making sure contractor payments are recorded in the DOT database. Please complete census information. The current percentage of the Town of Amenia census response is 52.8%. The Dutchess County response rate is 66.9%. The Town of Amenia response rate to the census is lower than the Dutchess County rate. There is information on the Town of Amenia website, on Channel 22, and on the doors of the Town Hall on how to be counted. Fill out the form now at my2020census.gov. Census assistance numbers are 844-330-2020 for English and 844-468-2020 for Spanish. Census workers are now going door to door to finish the count, which ends on September 30th, 2020. Our community could be out substantial sums of federal funds over the next 10 years if we are undercounted. This is because the U.S. Census undertakes the count every decade as required by the Constitution. The final numbers help determine how much funding communities get for healthcare, road repairs, schools, and libraries. Town of Amenia COVID-19. The Amenia Town Hall departments continue to be available by in-person appointment only, in addition to phone, mail, email, and secure lockbox on the building to the left of the front door. Everyone is required to wear a face covering before entering the town hall. There are face coverings available inside the front door, and hand sanitizer is available. Each department has a visitor sign-in sheet. Town board meetings are held in person with the town board, town clerk, and videographer, following social distancing and face mask protocol. Public comment can be made by email or mail sent to the town clerk, who will read them at the meeting. Planning board meetings are also being held in person with required social distancing protocol. Court dates are held at the Amenia Town Hall with temperatures taken, social distancing, and sanitizing protocols. We are working on developing procedures for limited recreation activities and committee meetings at the town hall. Please continue to wear face coverings, be mindful of social distancing. Also remember not to touch your wash your hands often, and use hand sanitizer. Be well and be safe. Town clerk report.
Good evening. The minutes of July 16, August 6, August 12, August 20, September 3rd, and September 10th are out there. Has the board had the opportunity to review those?
Yes.
Yes. Do you want to do them as a lump sum or individually?
I'd like to make an amendment to the August 6th Supervisor's Report. In the second line, where it says location, which water is available, I would say locations of where water is available.
Noted.
Okay, do you want to do them all, one at a time?
Do you want to do them individually, or do you want to do them as a group?
I think we can do them as a group. I've read them. I don't see anything wrong with them.
Everybody was together.
We can do
Okay.
Yes.
Who would like to make the motion?
I make a motion
Michelle?
that we do these minutes as a group
Okay.
and
For the
With the
July-
amendment?
the amendment, yep.
Okay.
With the amendment. Should I don't have those dates, do I?
July 16, August 6, 12, 20, and September 3rd and September 10th. They'll be listed.
No, okay, they'll be listed, okay.
I need a second.
Second?
Supervisor Perotti?
Yes.
Council members Doyle?
Yes.
Samoji?
Yes.
Gutierrez?
Abstain. I was absent for one. It's fine.
Morris?
Yes?
Motion carries. Okay. Also circulated in the packets and emailed separately was the building report for this month. Does anybody have any questions as I'm calling that out? Katrina's reporting for the month. For August, they are reporting a total of 20 new building permits totaling $13,649, along with 2 renewals totaling $350. They are also continuing with their certificate of occupancy searches, and they did 16 searches totaling $2,000. In addition to, they had some copies in the amount of $19.25, along with 1 vacant land registration in the amount of $150, totaling for the month in the building department $16,168.25. And Judy would follow up with the zoning report, as the board has received the September violation and zoning report that was sent to us on September 10th. Also circulated to everyone was the water department report for August, reporting the August totals. Totaling, it shows July and August. July was in gallons, 2,298,900. Comparatively, for August, it was 2,327,500 gallons. Also in the packets and emailed earlier, this month was your operating statement and your balance sheet for a period ending 8/31. If there are any questions. With no questions, those are the only reports that I'm presenting to the board for this month's meeting. And that is really it. I do have two announcements. The first announcement is, as everyone was aware, due to COVID, many of our training and education opportunities have been canceled. However, the New York State Court Clerks Association did hold its annual business meeting, as well as we offered our classes via Zoom, so we were able to teach those classes live while we were in Saratoga. And also, while we were in Saratoga, I was elected as the first vice president for said organization. So I continue to strive in keeping Amenia on that map for all the good that we have to offer here in our little town and as I move up. So I look forward to Niagara Falls being sworn in as the president for the state. So I share that exciting news with the board, so they have an entire year to save their vacation time.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations.
So I just wanted to share that so
It
that
means a lot to our little town, folks. It really means a lot to our little town that she's involved with that. People know who Amenia is, and we're not just some backwater little village, with the wild turkeys and ducks,
Here, here.
So yeah, it was pretty exciting. I know it was a little different, but having served as the second vice, I had the opportunity to come up with those classes and come up with Zoom, and it was a new venture, and it was challenging the last 6 months. So, it may have appeared that the doors were closed, but we still had a lot going on behind the scenes here at Town Hall, and I'm pleased to announce that. So, as a continued reminder, we do have a community event that I'm well aware of, and supporting is our chicken barbecue hosted at the Amenia Fire Company. It's going to be held on Saturday, October 10th from 3 to 6 p.m. right at the firehouse. Tickets via pre-sale are available for $15, and you can also call area code 845-418-8633. And that'll conclude the town clerk's report.
I think we need to
Oh,
pay
you want to pay your vouchers?
Yeah.
Can I have the vouchers? I was looking for them, like, you have them all. And so our vouchers this evening total just a small sum of $567,864.48. I'm presenting for our general fund, $66,939.99. Highway fund, $21,077.27. Amenia lighting, $1,414.27. Wasake lighting, $516.97. Amenia water, $8,623.29. And Trail to the Train, $469,292.69, for a total of $567,864.48.
I make the motion that we accept these vouchers.
Authorize the supervisor to pay said vouchers.
Yes, and pay them. That's what I'm saying.
I thought you were.
That's what I'm saying.
I was so far away.
Victoria, pay the vouchers.
Is there a second to authorize the supervisor to pay those vouchers?
Second.
Councilwoman Doyle. Supervisor Perotti.
Yes.
Council members Doyle,
Yes.
Samoji,
Yes.
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Morris.
Yes.
Great, thank you. You can have them back.
Now you're done. Okay, resolution for tax cap override,
37.
37.
Whereas by this resolution, the town board introduces the proposed local law to be known as Local Law Number X of 2020 to override the limit on the amount of real property taxes that may be levied by the town of Amenia and to adopt a budget for the fiscal year 2021 that requires a real property tax levy in excess of the tax levy limit as defined by General Municipal Law, Section 3C. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board schedules a public hearing on the proposed local law number X of 2020 for October 15, 2020 at 7 p.m. and directs the town clerk to provide notice thereof in the official newspaper of the town and to post a notice of public hearing accordingly. Can I make that motion?
I second it.
Discussion? Is there a particular set of expenses or loss of revenue that is creating this shortfall in which we can't stay within the tax cap?
First of all, I had a meeting. I attended a conference with the Association of Towns and the Comptroller's Office. The amount we have for state aid this year, they are cutting by 20%, and they can't guarantee that amount for next year. They're expecting mortgage receipts to be down. Last year, in addition to our sales tax that we get from the county that they're required to give us, there was also a growth amount that we received for $91,000. We're not getting that next year. The only thing the county is going to be giving us is the $198,000 that they're required to give us. We're not going to be getting any extra. In addition, in the water department, we need to buy 2 generators because we had 2, one on Lavelle Road and the one at the main plant failed. They're 18 years old, and I'm currently getting estimates so I know how much to put in the budget for this. I gave you what the property tax cap levy is, which is usually 2% or the rate of inflation. Well, currently the rate of inflation is 1.56, so we would have to stay under that amount. Now, I also attached, you can go into the tax cap software like you were going to submit it to get the amount that you can't go over. Mm-hmm. So last year, our tax levy was $1,693.906. We were $183 under the tax cap. We were allowed to carry that over. And so the tax levy limit is $1,797,929, which is about a little over $100,000. So that means our budget can only go up $100,000. And with the shortfall in the revenue, it's going to be extremely difficult to do that. I mean, we're going to try and keep the budget, the taxes as low as we can, but keeping it under 1.56% is next to impossible without us draining our fund balance, and we really need to have a certain amount of fund balance, which we have now, in case of, because next year is a big question mark. We don't know what we're going to be facing. I mean, as far as COVID, we've had a lot more expenses in order to try to keep everybody safe. One of the things we just purchased were a special item that holds a large bottle of sanitizer, one for each playground, so that people, if they're using the children are using the playground, they'll be able to have sanitizer there to use. So that's the reason we're doing the override.
Are the playgrounds open now, or are they still
Yes.
closed? Okay, so they are officially open.
Right. Yeah, they were allowed to be open, but Parkitex has sent me an advertisement for these very heavy-duty stations that hold sanitizer where they can just walk up and put some on their hands, and because it's just difficult to go and clean the playground every day. At least, this would be a safety feature for the children.
So I'm a little surprised that the comptroller was advising that we would see lower mortgage tax receipts, given how hot the housing market is at the moment up here. I'm wondering if we think we'll expect, it's not only that houses have been selling in.
Well,
they're
they're the ones that gets the recording fee. Some of the things they told me on the call was that, like our AIM payment that we usually get, we'll be getting 20% less. They can't guarantee that we even get it at all next year. Even CHIPS there's a big question mark for highway. We don't even know if we're going to be getting that. They said they were going to cut it this year, but so far they haven't. I know the other towns.
They did take it.
You want to go up to how much did they take? Did it come in?
Okay, yeah, we got a letter a couple weeks ago, maybe last week.
But the check hasn't come yet.
No, we sent the paperwork out thinking that we were going to get the 100%, and we just got the letter saying that they were going to take the 20%. So I think it was around 20,000, but I got that, and I still have that in my budget.
Yeah, I've checked with the other towns though, because they didn't take it out of there, so I don't know, we'll have to wait and see, but 20%, it's better than not getting anything.
Right. Yep.
But next year, I mean, we had revenue from other areas too, and, we just can't count on it. The only thing we can count on is our sales tax, what we get from the county. I think the state actually gets the mortgage recording tax. I think that's what they were talking about. The state is also looking to increase the retirement rate. They said that the federal money that they've received so far of $9.8 million was given to all the cities, and one town, it was given to every town and city with a population of 500,000 or more, and all the cities got the money, and the one town that got it was Hempstead, apparently is a high population town. So we're hoping that, there will be another stimulus come through for local government. Right now, it's kind of hung up in Congress. But the state also has, they have cut $2.9 billion in local assistance to towns. And they're looking at whatever monies that we had been receiving, there would be at least 20% less, or could be more than that. But right now, they're looking at 20%.
So I see the CHIPS state aid, we expected $104,758 for the highway, so 20% less is roughly $20,000 that you're not going to get.
Right.
That you're pretty sure you're not going to get.
Yeah,
Right,
the
we're
check
not
hasn't
getting.
come in yet.
Okay.
I've already sent in the paperwork, and they said they would adjust it.
It was pretty late in the budget year to find that kind of information.
Yeah,
but-
well, I tried to conserve a little bit,
we
not knowing.
already have
not
the
which-
total
no.
amount of state aid in the budget,
Yeah.
and they're not sending it to us.
I
They're
know, I'm just
sending
saying
it-
that's a late notice from
Yeah.
the state to tell us at this late date.
Yeah,
know,
it's harder to,
Heading to
you
the
know.
end of the season.
Well, it's for the CHIPS for highway and also our AIM payment,
Yeah.
the aid to municipality payment. They cut that too.
So what was that expected amount?
We were expected to get $37,309, and instead this month we will be receiving $29,847.20. That's 20%. And and they said to, count on that next year or maybe not at all. So that's the amount that I'll be putting in the budget, is the $29,000. But a lot of the areas where, we did get revenue, we didn't this year. And next year, nobody's really promising anything.
This non-property tax distribution, we actually exceeded what we had budgeted. Can you explain what non-property tax distribution is?
Sales tax,
Okay, that's our sales. So we actually did better than we had projected.
yeah. But we won't for next year. Next year, we'll just get that, I believe I sent you the amount, it was 198 something.
Okay. All right.
So the only reason we're doing that because of the not knowing what we're going to have for revenue coming in next year. And some other expenses we'll have. We're not planning any major projects other than to do our CDBG grants. I just had to get a extension of the 2019 one for in front of the post office because the property owner there just finished completing the upgrade there. So the county's going to, and then we have another $150,000 for the sidewalk to Beekman.
And that's been awarded, we just have to do that work?
Right.
Okay.
We also have that one. But the thing is, with those grants, you have to spend the money first. So we need to make sure we have the money to spend without draining the fund balance.
Can we have the vote now?
Everybody have any other questions? Are you good? Okay.
Supervisor Prodi?
Yes.
Council members Doyle,
Yes?
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes?
Smoji.
Yes.
Okay, should I do the other resolution too? This was with the one to do the public hearing.
That was introduced and set in the public hearing. The other is just a notice. The other resolution we'll have is the,
Adopting the local law to override.
no, we're not adopting.
So we're not
So-
adopting,
No,
we're just
no, no.
setting the
In there.
public
Setting the
hearing.
public hearing. Yep.
Okay, but we just have it.
Ian,
Correct.
your mic is off.
Oh, it's on?
It's on.
It's on.
You just need to pull it closer to you.
You got to speak into it.
Is this better?
Yes. And do you want to do an explanation of the next resolution, Ian? The settlement?
You just want me to explain it?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the first of hopefully many to come settlements on tax certs. This was residential property, was originally assessed at $831,200. The reduction is based upon the sale price. We requested documentation verifying the sales price, that it was an arm's length transaction, and based on that documentation, we've reduced it to the $590,000, which was the sales price. So that is the reason for the reduction. And that was agreed to by the assessor, opposing counsel, and myself.
Okay, resolution number 38. Resolution authorizing the settlement of the tax certiorari proceeding regarding Andres Valaspino, whereas there is now pending in the Dutchess County Supreme Court a tax certiorari proceeding commenced in 2020 by Andres Valaspino regarding premises located at 103 Yellow City Road, grid number 726700, 100-601-0000, seeking a reduction in the 2020 assessment for those respective tax rolls. Whereas the town assessor and the town attorney have recommended a settlement on these tax review proceedings. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Amenia hereby approves the settlement on behalf of the town of Amenia of the tax review proceedings for the year 2020 as it pertains to grid number 72670006001-0000 as follows. Year of assessment, 2020. Original total assessment, $831,200. Revised total assessment, $590,000. Reduction, $241,200. Be it further resolved that the town supervisor, town assessor, and Stanger, Roberts, Davison, Diamond, LLP, attorneys at Town of Amenia, are hereby authorized to take all action necessary and appropriate to effectuate the terms of this resolution. I make that motion.
Second.
Supervisor Perotti?
Yes.
Councilmembers Doyle?
Yes.
Gutierrez?
Yes.
Morris?
Yes.
Somogyi?
Yes.
Okay, other matters. We have a transfer of funds, resolution number 39. Whereas the town board has the authority to transfer funds when necessary or unanticipated to amend the budget. Whereas budget amendment in the general fund increasing expense line 80204.01.104 planning CE climate smart community by $5,735 and decreasing expense line 85104.01 community beautification by $5,735 for accounting code change by municipal accountant. Whereas budget amendment in the general fund increasing expense line 16204.01.064 building CE mowing by $7,400 and decreasing 16204.01.059 building CE heat by $7,400 for unanticipated mowing costs. Whereas budget amendment in the general fund increasing expense line 16204.01.077 building CE telephone by $500 and decreasing 16204.01.059 building CE heat by $500 for unanticipated repair costs. Whereas budget amendment in the general fund increasing expense line 36204.01.074 safety inspection CE supplies by $500 and decreasing 36204.01.048 safety inspection CE conferences by $500 for new scanner. Whereas budget amendment in the general fund increasing expense line 13554.01.044 assessor CE tertiary by $2,000 and decreasing 13554.01.048 assessor CE conferences by $1,400 and decreasing 13554.01.063 assessor CE mileage by $600 for unanticipated legal expenses. Whereas budget amendment in the general fund increasing expense line 90508.01 unemployment insurance by $1,600 and decreasing 19004.01.049 special items contingencies by $1,600 for unanticipated expense. Whereas budget amendment in the general fund increasing expense line 13104.01.040 Director of Finance CE account support by $206.72 and decreasing 12204.01.048 Supervisor CE conferences by $206.72 for ban. Whereas budget amendment in the general fund increasing expense line 71104.01 Amenia Park CE by $600, decreasing expense line 73104.01.097 Youth Program CE Amenia Farm League by $600 for Wassaic Park Playground Equipment Replacement Parts. Whereas budget amendment in the Highway Fund increasing expense line 17104.03 Administration Contractual by $3,470.80 and decreasing 51104.01 General Repair CE Highway by $3,470.80 for collective bargaining legal fees. Now therefore be it resolved the town board authorize the transfer of necessary budget lines to process the transactions. I make that motion.
I second it.
Discussion.
Are there any questions?
The third change $7,400 for unanticipated mowing costs. Isn't our mowing bid a fixed bid?
There was a bid, and the bid came in more than what was in the budget line.
Oh, we only got one bid.
Yeah, we only got the one bid, and it was more than what was in the budget line.
Right, okay. And then the fourth item, unanticipated repair cost for $500. What was that for?
Telephones.
I was about to say that is an expensive telephone, but I just
It's
had to
not
get
one telephone, it's several telephone
I had to get
lines.
a new iPhone for my wife, and it was like twice that. So I'm just going to withdraw further comment.
Are you good, Damien?
That's it.
Okay. Supervisor Prody?
Yes.
Council members Morris,
Yes?
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Doyle,
Yes.
Smoji.
Yes.
And we have bids for split rail fence from Kindred, Millbrook Fence, and also A&C Fence LLC, which is the company that worked with Colarusso, was a subcontractor for Colarusso on the trail. I've been trying to get apples and apples here, so I had Kindred send in, because one of the bids was for locust, and the other one was for
Treated lumber?
was just for, what other product they use? Oh, pressure treated. So we have 3 estimates. It seems like all 3 seem to think that the locust is the better wood to go with, so we just have to decide whether we want 2 rails or 3 rails. I got both bids.
What do we have at Mechanic Street? Does anybody remember if it's 2 rails or 3? The railhead, the rail trail head, there's a split rail fence on either side.
I don't remember.
So
I just asked for 3 because I thought 3 would be, would better keep, people from going on the property.
And the other question is, what is it on the other side of, what is it extending on down to the Wasaic Park? It seems like it would, you'd want to match that, but I guess it doesn't matter.
Well, that one is, yeah,
Is it
that one's
2?
pretty far away. That's 2.
2 rails?
That one is 2. So we have to decide if we want 2. It seems from talking to all 3 companies that the locust is the better wood to use rather than pressure treated.
Okay.
Now, Millbrook is saying there's a high demand for both products, so his bid is for either or. He has it for locust, but he said pressure treated would be the same. Kindred gave me both, and then A&C gave us pressure treated and locust post.
Well, Millbrook is low, right? They're low on everything. Even though Kindred dropped their price a little bit, I think that Millbrook is still low.
Yeah, Millbrook is 4,800. Because A&C fence for the 3 rail was 4,900 and 4,500 for the 2 rail. So is 3 rail the way you want to go, or 2 rail, or you're not sure? Or do you want to look at them a little longer? I mean, it isn't anything, I just want to get something up there now that people are on it.
Since we don't really know how many rails there are, maybe take a gander at it and see.
There are what?
How many rails are on the fences if we want to match, or are they 2 rails?
There's no fence near where we're putting the
Oh,
fence.
there's no fence near?
No.
Oh, 2
Yeah.
rails.
This came about, I think, because there are 2 houses
Okay.
right behind Maxon Mill that basically have been exposed now to a public right-of-way where there wasn't one before. And so there were issues with like people coming off the trail onto their property and dogs,
Right,
you know,
right. Yeah, I remember all of that. I just didn't know where you were putting the fence exactly. And if it's not matching with any other fence, I would go with 2 rails. It's less money. 2 rails is just as
I
good.
think it's 2 rails on other places of the rail trail. I don't remember seeing 3. I don't also see that when I walk the rail trail, I don't see a great opportunity to leap the fence. You'd have to go through brush. Now, I don't know if that brush is going to be, it'll all have to be cleared when they put their fencing in.
Right.
And in the winter, you won't see all that high, weedy. It's amazing. There's this morning glory that's just invasive like crazy, and it is a impenetrable bush there. But in the winter, you're not going to have
Not
that.
gonna be there.
But I still think 2 rails is probably more in keeping with what we have on the rest of the parts of the trail.
I think so.
And there's fencing as well. Some of those owners have their own fence beyond that in their more of their private areas.
And we have,
Yeah, as you
we
walk-
have, yeah, we have MTA's blessing to put it on. So they just said, you know, as long as we're going to maintain it, because it's going to go in the right of way. It's not going to go on anybody's property.
Right.
All right, so let's do the 2 rail then.
2 rails.
I would think unless there's a compelling reason why not, and it works in other, we haven't had any problems elsewhere.
Well, I would say that, I mean, this initially came to us because of privacy concerns. I think when we were talking about this over email, I had suggested that we, you know, once we made a decision about what we wanted to do before we went and hired somebody to do it, we just ran that plan by the homeowners. There's only 2 homeowners there. And they may, if it doesn't satisfy their privacy needs and they want to put up their own fence, then it doesn't make sense for us to spend money at all. You know what I mean? Like, we shouldn't spend money on building something
It follows
that...
the other rail trail protocol, which says, here's your rail trail, and this is the right-of-way. You know, you can walk your dog on the grass part, but this is where the official rail trail ends, and you're on private property after that. I think it's a kind of a nice delineation that adds, nobody's guessing.
Right.
They know where their park starts and ends. And I think it's just a nice formality, and you get used to seeing that. Oh, yeah, of course. This is it. I can walk my dog on the grassy part. That gets mowed. But
And the homeowners, if that fencing isn't good enough, they want a privacy fence, they've got land, they can put up their own privacy
Yeah,
fence.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm not
Yeah, and,
suggesting...
I mean, the fence is going to, you
The
know,
fence is part of the
on
rail
the
trail.
right of way.
It's on the right of way and it's on the rail trail to make the whole thing look cohesive and nice and attractive, and that's it.
Yeah, all I was suggesting is that if we were doing this to address the homeowner concerns, and what we're doing doesn't address the homeowner concerns, then maybe we're better off saving the money. I mean, we're not putting up split rail fencing along the entire length of the trail that abuts the
That's true.
Wassaic project field and Dave Luther's horse field, and like, we're not putting up split rail fencing
That's
there.
true.
We're building this because we got a complaint from 2 homeowners. So that was my only suggestion, was it's fine to decide to do whatever we decide to do, but we should, before we sign the deal with any of these guys, to just run the plan by the 2 homeowners.
Oh, okay.
And maybe they say, you know what, that's not going to do it, we're going to put up our own fence. And if they say that, then we'll save the money and we don't have to.
And if they say they want a 3-rail fence, we'll say we'll pay for the 2, you pay for the 3rd.
I don't think so. Do you want to bring it to them, Damien?
Yeah, I can do that, that's fine. So,
Is
yeah,
that all right with everybody?
Yep.
And
That's
then we
fine.
can,
That's
I mean,
fine,
there's
yeah.
no, I mean, we can, they can, it's not going to take them long to build it in October,
no.
so.
That's fine.
I can do it in the next day, and I can email you both.
And then
Email.
we'll address it at our, we'll table it for now to October 1st. But I did get 3 bids, and so have. Okay, that's what I have for other matters. You'll find some information in your packet about a water billing
Where is that?
email that Dawn received and actual backup information from our water billing clerk. You can just go through at your leisure.
Yeah.
The other thing is I need to see what day and time would be good next week for a special meeting for Altice contract negotiations.
I'll be away until Thursday.
Okay.
Well, then Thursday, does Thursday work for everybody?
Thursday works for
The
me.
24th?
Thursday night?
Works for me.
Yeah.
It's the 24th.
September 24th, I can't do anything at 7. I think I have a meeting at,
We can have it. What time do you want to have it?
let me just think about this.
I think time-wise, are we pretty flexible?
I have a conflict. You want to do it earlier by any chance?
Sure, we can do it earlier.
Like
How's
at
that?
5:30, would that be
Around
enough
5
time?
or 5:30?
5 to
That's fine with
6:30?
me. It's fine with me.
Okay.
So 5:30?
Yeah, that's my
5:30 would be
That's my
better.
preferred
5:30.
time.
Would that be good for everybody?
Yes.
That's all right.
Okay, so we'll have the special meeting at 5:30 on September 24th and that meeting will only be executive session and for Altice contract negotiations.
Okay.
Okay. And I also just handed out an email that we received from our recreation supervisor about trunk and treat. And I wondered what your opinion was on having that recreation.
I think it's fine.
I think it's fine, too.
Yeah, Vicky and I were at the tail end of the rec meeting. I made the tail end of it, but they were talking about planning. They took a lot of safety considerations into account as far as how
Yeah.
traffic would be coming in and out, and how the kids would go.
Yeah, the email I received from Kelly said, date October 31st at 2 p.m., location Beekman Park. The cars that are handing out candy will be parked in the back on the outside of the softball field. The road to the back will be blocked off for safety reasons. Kids will walk up between the baseball fields, maintaining 6 feet apart from each family, walk through the trunk or treat line, and continue back down the road to their cars. People handing out candy will wear gloves, and no kid is to take candy out of the bowl. Everyone is to wear a mask.
I think that's a good plan.
And are they going to have the sign up? Is she going to arrange for a sign up?
Yeah, she's gonna wants to get the information, and she'll take care of everything.
Then we'll sign up so we'll know who.
So we just need to authorize it.
Oh, okay. As
Make
long
a
as-
motion to
Go ahead.
authorize the trunk or treat activity as presented.
Okay. I second it.
Supervisor Perotti?
Yes.
Councilmembers Doyle?
Yes.
Smoji?
Yes.
Gutierrez?
Yes.
Morris?
Yes.
Now, are the children going to be, I'm sure they're going to be wearing their little costumes and stuff.
Well, I hope so.
I hope so. So, that'll be.
I'm sure parents will want to take pictures. Are there any other town board comments?
The only thing I have is that even though we're trick-or-treating out of our trunks in Amenia, Tally Ho Estates, this will be the first year ever we have not had trick-or-treating there. So there will be no trick-or-treating this Halloween at Tally Ho Estates due to the coronavirus. Now, Tallyhoe Estates is a privately owned community, and we're going by the owner's instructions, that he doesn't want to have that in there. Because Tallyhoe has been basically closed down. We couldn't use our clubhouse or our pool or do anything like that, so he's just saying to us, we know you love it, Halloween, the little kids coming, but let's just finish the year out with this coronavirus thing, and then let's start fresh in January, and hopefully we'll have our New Year's Eve party in January down there. Hopefully we will have that, but that's it. So I just want to let everyone know that, and I'm going to give this to Nancy with a K, and ask her to put it on the web and the TV and all the other stuff she puts things on for me.
Okay.
Okay?
Is there any other town board comment?
In addition to Dawn's Chicken Barbecue, I also have a chicken barbecue announcement. The South Amenia Presbyterian Church this Saturday
Yes, it is.
is
This
having
Saturday?
a
This
chicken barbecue this
I didn't
Saturday.
get a ticket. Can I just call?
You can just call.
Call 845-789-1206 or 877-3939 to make a reservation. Reservations are required. I made my reservation today. They still had, and it's
Better
half a
get on the
chicken.
phone.
Is it there or is it takeout?
It's takeout.
Takeout.
Takeout. Oops.
Half a chicken, pasta salad, baked beans, rolls, and a dessert for $15. And it goes to support their senior and food pantry programs. I was reminded, based on our budget discussion and, anticipation of a lean year ahead, I do some work with the Transit Authority in Washington, D.C., and recently they awarded a contract they put out a bid and they awarded a contract to somebody to come and develop solar on their properties, namely in their parking lots. But the base way that it worked, and I could do more research and bring the details before the board, but the base way that it worked is the authority put out an RFP. They said, we have all this property, we would like somebody to state the sort of price that you would pay to be able to develop this property. And then you would develop it, you would sell the energy that's generated, but you would also pay us an annual amount, bid that amount as well. So basically there's an upfront payment, they develop the property, the authority agreed to allow them to develop it, and then annually they would get some payment, like whatever it is that they bid. And so I was thinking we have this massive field at the old Amenia landfill. It's all ready to go. It gets beautiful sun. We may want to consider something like that just to generate more revenue. There's a lot of tax incentives for private companies to develop solar at the moment. We don't have any incentive really to develop our own. So if we could maybe think about putting an RFP, I could do more research and get that sort of...
Could you research it and then bring us back to the board?
Yeah, absolutely. I can do that. But it might be a nice way for us to have like a recurring revenue stream.
It's a very interesting prospect, it really is.
Yeah, we're going to have to get more creative and get more revenue in.
And then
Based
the
on the
last thing
current
is
climate.
I am in dire need of a haircut. If anybody has any recommendations, it's getting a little...
Well, my hairdresser,
Yeah?
Jessica, she's by Fudgies, and she does men's hair. You need her phone number?
I'll get it from you after the... Thank you.
Pulling out.
Here we
She
go.
got a card
We're
in
taking
there,
care of
so it's
important stuff here.
And
That pays.
I think Jim has something to say after that.
So is there any
Yeah,
other
we'll make it.
town board comment?
need another number from me, Jim, too?
Huh?
You need another, do you need a number from me?
Jim
No.
has a comment. Jim always has a
Oh,
comment
have a
at the end
comment.
of the
Oh, I
night.
thought you needed another.
Then I think we're ready for the
Jim
Jim
comment.
Morris motion.
I move that we adjourn.
8:07.
And I
Thanks, Jim.
second that motion.